I just wanted to gush about things. That's pretty much all this video was, me gushing about things. Hey Dragonlings, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes, and today I'm not doing anything writing related. I just got back from a trip. We live in Montana. We drove to North Carolina and we were visiting friends and family for my sister's wedding. We were down there for my sister's wedding and then we just visited friends and family while we were there. And then we drove back. I've been planning this trip for I've known about the wedding for a year and a half. I've been planning and financially budgeting for this trip for about 6 months. And while we were down there, we did a lot of things and we purchased a lot of things. So what I wanted to do today was talk about all the things and show off all the things that we purchased while down there. And not all of them were purchased. Some of them were gifts. And then some of it was coming from collective money. And some of them are things I bought with my fun money, because my husband and I have a system where every paycheck we get some cash first that is fun money that we can use for whatever we want. No questions asked. It's not coming out of the joint billing account kind of thing. So, yeah. I wanted to show off all the things that I got during the trip and basically just have some fun. So I'm going to show off a bunch of things and we're going to gush and nerd out and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I wanted to share was the fact that my husband and I picked up one of our favorite wines. This is from a winery called Dublin, which actually is in the city of Dublin. It is a local wine in North Carolina that we used to drink all the time. It's not available here. We can't even order it from the local liquor store. But this one is Hatteras Red, which is a sweet muscadine wine. This is one we used to drink all the time. It was our favorite of their wines. And while we were down there, we grabbed ourselves a bottle. We do not drink often. And I don't drink typically anything but wine. In fact, actually, at one point, we were talking, and it was right after the wedding, and I was telling my mom when was the last time I drank. We talked about the fact that we bought a bottle of wine, and she was asking how often we drink. And I was like, before the wedding, because I had some drinks at the wedding, I was like, before the wedding, the last time I drank anything was a glass of Moscato to celebrate New Year's. That was the last time I drank anything. So now we have a bottle of wine that we can open and enjoy, hopefully, at some point this year, before the year is done, in the 2 months that we have, less than 2 months that we have, because we're almost halfway through November already. So the next thing I got was a little bit of a disappointment, only because I was expecting more. And that was the fact that on our last day in North Carolina, we went out to breakfast with my parents, and we went to Cracker Barrel. And Cracker Barrel was selling some Harry Potter themed stuff. And I absolutely hate J.K. Rowling. Do not agree with her at all. However, Harry Potter is a big nostalgia thing because I started the first Harry Potter book when I was 11, the same age Harry was in that book. And then we went to the last 3 books, midnight released stuff, as a family. And there's so many core memories involved with Harry Potter that I can't get away from Harry Potter. I probably never will. I am a Gryffindor, and I am happily a Gryffindor. But yeah, so I saw in the Cracker Barrel, they were selling chocolate frogs. And I knew they weren't going to be like in the movie, because if you have seen the movie, basically these chocolate frogs are huge, and there's a joke that they only got one good hop in them. And in the movie, Harry opens the chocolate frog, and the frog leaps onto the window and is gone out the train window. And that's when Ron makes a comment about the fact that they only have one good hop in them. But the whole fun fact about the chocolate frogs was the fact that you wanted to collect the cards that come with them. The chocolate wasn't the big deal. It was the cards, because they were like these collectibles. They were trading cards, basically. But of course, it's Harry Potter, and in the world of Harry Potter, the pictures move. So I was disappointed in the chocolate frog. First of all, it wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. Second of all, in the movie, they definitely look like they're milk chocolate. These were not. They were milk chocolate, but they were they had the Rice Krispie, in a Crunch bar. They had the rice waffle crispy thingies inside them. Not a fan. Not my thing. So I was disappointed with the chocolate frog. However, I got my card. And this one is, they do move. They got that holographic thing going on. So it does move. I don't know what this one particularly transitions into. I can't make it work properly. Maybe you can see it better than me. But this is Beaumont Marjorie Banks. And it says on the back, because it's got some information about the wizard, it says, a pioneer of herbology and collector of many rare and magical flowers, Beaumont Marjorie Banks is said to have discovered gillyweed, which, if you know, gillyweed is the plant that Harry uses in the 4th book during the 2nd trial, I want to say, when he goes underwater and it gives him gills so he can breathe. So that is what's significant about that. And I do love the card. It will probably go into my journal. Speaking of journal stuff, this was like just random tidbit stuff, but this is stuff I'm going to put in my journal. I have a ticket stub from the movie Black Phone 2, which I went to theaters to see at the Omni Theaters, to see with my best friend of 20 plus years. I was hanging out with her, and she and I just randomly decided to go watch a movie, and we went and saw Black Phone 2. I hadn't seen the first one. I still haven't seen the first one. It's on my watch list. That's what I was going to look on for earlier today. Anyways, not the point. The point is that we watched Black Phone 2. It was a fun time. I like to keep ticket stubs from movies to put in my journal. I have the ticket stubs from my dates with my husband. And then the other thing that is going to go in my journal, again, not significant, but I like to keep them because they're fun, is the fortune from mine and my husband's fortune cookies when we went out to dinner with another couple as a double date. And his fortune says, discontent is the first necessity of progress. And then mine said, your friendships will strengthen in September. It's November. But I thought that was cute. So those are going to go in my journal as well. So that's some significance there. Speaking of the double date, one of the partners got me a Bulbasaur, a Lego Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon, if you didn't know. He didn't know that I already have Bulbasaur, and it's built, and it's sitting on my collection of Bulbasaur stuff. So I'm not going to build this one. However, the youngest asked me today if she could build it, and I'm going to let her build it. I'm still going to keep it. He's going to sit beside the other Bulbasaur and look pretty. But I thought it was funny, and I did not say anything to him about the fact that I already had this. Because I love the fact that he got me a gift in the first place. He saw it, thought of me, got it, kind of thing. And I absolutely adore that. So, speaking of them, when we went on our double date, we went and visited a game store that has basically opened up since we moved. That they frequent all the time. And while we were there, we played this game, Here to Slay. It's a card game where the goal is to do one of two things. You either defeat the 3 monsters and collect all 3 monsters on your team, or you try to collect all of the hero cards, all of the different types of hero cards. And there are 6 hero cards. 6 types of hero cards. There is Fighter, Bard, Guardian, Ranger, Thief, Wizard. I always struggle with that last one for some reason. So your goal is to do one of those 2 things. And they had actually purchased a copy, forgot they purchased a copy, purchased a second copy, and so they gave me their secondary copy. And so now we've got it, and there's expansions for this game that adds more monsters and more heroes, or more hero types, so we're going to be eventually getting those as well. But I thought that was a lot of fun that they got us a game. Unintentionally, but they got us a game, and we ended up playing it, and she was like, I was like, I love this game, I have to get it. And she was like, speaking of that, you'll never guess what I have for you in the car. So that was fun. While we were at that card shop, Jess and I both got dice, of course, because you gotta get dice. The card shop's name is Raven's Forge, by the way. We visited 2 different card shops while we were in North Carolina. One was one we were used to going to, we always frequented it a lot. And the other one was the new one. Raven's Forge was the new one for us. It was a new one for us. And while we were there, Justin and I both got this set of dice that are called Eldritch Blast. They're blue and purple. I haven't even opened mine yet because I wanted to make sure that I didn't get mixed up with his. but they're called Eldritch Blast, and they glow in the dark. I love them already. We also got these dice, mystery dice. I got the original set, and Justin got the one that also contains a metal dice. But when we opened up our mystery dice, it's got a full set of dice, and I've got these blue and white polyhedral dice. And actually, I think I ended up with the set that he got, and then we traded, and then he kept it. Of course, he kept his metal die. I think that's what we did, because I don't remember. I think my original set was like green, and he knows I like blue. I like blue. So that's that. And speaking of dice, we went to the other card shop with the girls, and that's called the Guild. And at the Guild, they have this, it used to be a bubblegum machine, but they have filled it with these little bubbles, and in each of the bubbles is a 20-sided dice. And the girls spent a bunch of quarters to get a bunch of 20 D20s. That's the word I'm looking for. Jeez, crikey. They got a bunch of D20s, and they gave me this gray one, because gray is my favorite color. Blue is my secondary favorite color, which is why a lot of my stuff is blue. So they got this gray one, and they were like, here you go, Mom. And they gave it to me. I love my kids. So one of the other things we got at the Guild was this book. It's a Dungeons and Dragons book. This one's called Dragon Delves. This is the collector's edition, so it's got the fancy artwork cover. We try to get collector's editions if we can, or the special editions. Special editions, that's the word I'm looking for. Just because they're pretty. So this one's got some psychedelic colors. I love, love, love the artwork on this one. And this one is basically information about each type of dragon. If you don't know about D&D, there's two types of dragons. There is chromatic dragons, which are red, blue, white, black, green. I'm probably missing a color. And then there's metallic dragons. Gold, silver, copper, brass. You get the picture. In D&D, chromatic dragons are typically evil, and metallic dragons are typically good. Now, there are exceptions to both, but what this book does is it goes into detail about each of the dragons, the history of them, the background, information stuff. And then there is an adventure, like a one-shot adventure involving that dragon. So it's got information about a green dragon, followed by an adventure with green dragon. Information about a gold dragon, followed by an adventure with gold dragon. And it's got different levels, like it's got different level requirements for the players that involve with each adventure. So it's really cool. That shows you all the different types of dragons, their sizes, everything like that. And there is gold, silver, brass, red, white, blue, green, black, bronze, and copper. As far as dragons go, the white dragon has always been my favorite. There's something about the white dragon that I think they've even got the first picture I ever saw of the white dragon in this one. They have? No, they don't. But yes, I love this book. I cannot wait to start diving into this. And then the last thing we got at the Guild was Justin and I both got new game mats, which I'm currently using as like a keyboard mat. And this one is two dragons fighting each other from Final Fantasy, a black and a white dragon. Do I know who these dragons are? No. Do I care? No. It's got dragons, and it's Final Fantasy. I love it. I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy, even though I haven't ever beaten a Final Fantasy game. And I've only played a couple of the games, and I haven't even played the one that everyone thinks is the greatest game ever. In fact, actually, I have no desire to play that one. Which is 7, by the way, if you don't know. Everyone loves 7. 7's everyone's favorite. I have played 8, I have played 1 and 2, I have played 12, and I've played 15. And I have played 7 Crisis Core, which was like a prequel to 7. It's very weird. Their numbers are weird. There's like 4 games that have the title of 7 in it. Anyways, not the point. The point is that I got that placemat, which I'm using as a keyboard mat or mouse pad, because they are great for that. And then, switching back to the other gaming store, the Raven's Forge, I got 8 stickers there because they were like 4 for $1 kind of thing. Yeah, they were 4 for $1. So I got a bunch of random stickers there. And I got these mostly because they were just cute. Got a blue pufferfish, a cactus, a pink cow, pink and white cow, a dinosaur and its egg, a bunch of cards with herbs on them, herbs, whichever way you want to pronounce it. This cat, astrology cat, astronaut cat, sitting on the moon, or another planet, I don't know which. I think it's supposed to be the moon. Yeah, and a holding star. A hedgehog, just because it's cute. And then this fox, this hippie fox. If you didn't know, foxes are my favorite animal, and I just thought this one was cute. There's lots more stickers. There's lots more stuff. So, while we were in North Carolina, we had no intention of going trick-or-treating because the wedding was on the 1st, which was the following day, and I was like, I can't handle that. My original plan was to basically take the girls to Walmart and say, pick a bag of candy. That's what you're doing for Halloween. However, we were not even in North Carolina for a day before my other sister, who has 2 younger boys, said, hey, do you want to come trick-or-treating with us? So I was like, sure, yeah. The girls and I went to Walmart, and I was like, at least you can wear a Halloween-themed shirt, even if you can't be, like, dressed in a costume. So while we were there, I got this purple shirt that says Wicked. I know it's probably merch for the movie that's getting ready to come out, but I don't care. I was like, it looks like it's Halloween. It's purple, which is a Halloween color, and it's got little starbursts, and it says Wicked. So, granted, I know it's probably merch for the movie. I don't care. And then I also got this hairpiece, which goes in your hair, and it's a dragon. So I've been wearing it in my hair. I actually took it out for this video. And yeah, I'm super excited to put it back in eventually and wear it because it was so cool. Next, I'm going to show you the books and movies that I got during this trip. This was out of our collective money. These are all movies that we've either wanted to see as a family, or like I wanted to see, or Justin wanted to see. So, first one we got is Elio. The kids and I have been wanting to watch this one. It looks super cute, so we purchased it. None of these movies are out of their wrapper, so I'm sorry if there's a glare on them. The next one is How to Train Your Dragon, the live action. Fun story. My husband and I went and saw the animated version of this. Excuse me. The husband and I went and saw the animated version of this when I was about to pop with the oldest. I was very heavily pregnant with the oldest, and it was one of the last movies we saw in theater before she was born. And we went and saw the 3D version, and I do not understand the appeal with 3D movies. I cannot see them. However, and that same was true for the anime movie. However, there was one scene, where I actually was like, oh, this is what 3D is supposed to be like. And that is when all the ash is falling down, and it felt like ash was actually falling down around me, and I was trying to catch it. Only scene in a 3D movie I have ever felt was actually 3D. Only scene. I've seen like 3 3D movies, and I was like, I'm just watching a regular movie. Why am I paying extra to watch a regular movie? That was the only scene that felt 3D in that movie or any movie. So much fun. But yeah, we went and saw the animated one in theaters, and we went and saw this one in theaters, and for a date night. And we loved it, and we were like, the kids are going to love it. So we bought it as soon as we saw it. The next one is more for Justin, but I will probably watch it too because I love Resident Evil movies, and this one is Welcome to Raccoon Cities. This one was in the $5 bin. We bought a bunch of movies from the $5 bin. No regrets. We get a lot of movies from the $5 bin. Next is one more for me, but he'll probably watch too, and that's Violent Night. Really looking forward to this one, especially since Christmas is around the corner. This one was for the youngest. She's been wanting to watch it forever, and now we've got a copy of it, and it's Blue Beetle. Again, sorry that they're still in the wrapper. And then the final one is more for me, but Justin will probably watch it too, and that is Quiet Place, Day 1. Been wanting to watch this one. I saw Quiet Place and loved it. I have not watched the sequel yet, which is Quiet Place 2, and I haven't watched Day 1 yet, so I'm really looking forward to that. The next thing we got, the girls and I are wanting to learn sign language, so we got these sign language sheets that we saw in Walmart when we were there one day. I actually had a teacher baby sign language book in my Amazon cart because I was going to get it when we returned so I could start learning sign language. And then we saw these in the store, and I was like, this must be fate. And the girls pointed them out and were like, hey, can we get those? And I was like, yes, absolutely we can get those. So now we can start learning sign language together. At Walmart as well, I got this graphic novel for both me and the girls to read. It's called Oddity Woods by Kay DeVault. It's very fun middle grade Lots of colorful pictures. It is supposed to be, I think it's horror or thriller. Fantasy? I don't know. I don't know a dang thing about it. I just saw that it was a graphic novel and it was book 1 in the series, and I was like, let's get it. Don't know anything about it beyond the fact that it looks cool and fun. So, going to read that. And the girls are also going to read it. The last 2 books that I got at a Dollar Tree. The first of which I had never heard of before. I thought the cover looked cute. It was colorful, and I was like, let me check it out. So I read the description, and I was like, oh, I want to read this. And that is Best Men by Sidney Carger. And the main character is going to his best friend's wedding. She is getting married to her fiance, and he is going to be her man of honor. And then her fiance's brother is going to be the fiance's best man. They're both gay. Little romance ensues. So that's fun, and I'm looking forward to reading this. I totally judge books by their cover, and I was in love with the color scheme. I totally judge books by their cover, and I was in love with the color scheme. I think I said that right. I don't know. I'm not backing it up to find out. The next book has actually been on my list of books I want to read for a while, because I've heard a couple people talk about it and say they liked it, and that's The Sacrifice. This is by, I'm going to butcher this name, and I apologize. It's by Rin Shipako. I think I pronounced that correctly. Probably not. There's another book by this author called The Girl from the Well. It shows the cover on the back. The Girl from the Well has been on my reading list forever too. Did not realize that both books were by the same author. I love the cover for both books. And so yeah, when I saw this one at the Dollar Tree, I was like, well, let me get that. I want to read it. So I'm going to read that soon. The next thing I want to show you, one is mine, one is not, but they kind of go together, kind of sort of. You'll see when I show you. One is Justin's, one is mine. They're adorable. You'll love them. They're plushies. The first one. This is Justin's. Green is his favorite color. Eastern dragons are his favorite. This one was perfect for him. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the company. It's got their imprint. Their logo is imprinted on the plushie. They come with little name cards. I think his name is Longfei. I cannot remember. And I can't remember my dragons at all. Perfect little dragon for him. Perfect. Love it. He loves Eastern dragons. So this one was gorgeous and perfect for him. But the reason I needed to show you him was so that I could show you mine. It's made by the same company. Look at this adorable little squatty dragon. Like, she's chonky. Got the same imprint logo. But here's the fun thing. Her wings are posable. Her wings are posable. Currently, I've been like tucking them like they're folded along her side. I used her as a pillow a lot of times on the drive home. She's just a little fat dragon. I love her so much. But yeah, I had to show you them together. Speaking of things that Justin got me, because Justin got me that. I was going to get a smaller dragon, and he was like, no, you're getting the big ones. They match. But speaking of things he got me, we were at a gas station, and randomly he walked out, and he was like, I got you something. And he handed me this box. The box is empty, but this is the box he handed me. And inside the box was this little crocheted moon that says, I love you to the moon and back. These are from a company that says Heartfelt Sayings, Emotional Support Pals. They are handmade. They're crocheted. I know they're handmade. They're adorable. So this is a little crescent moon with his little sign. You know what he matches? He matches the dumpster fire my dad gave me. So the two men in my life gave me something I'm in love with, because I love the phrase, I love you to the moon and back. And my husband knows this. He's like, I got you something. He was so giddy. He was like, got you something. And he hands me this moon. But yeah, they're adorable. I'm pretty certain this one just came like this. I'm pretty certain this came from the same company. Because this one was, he bought this in North Carolina. And my dad lives in North Carolina. So, I love it. I love it so much. They're both sitting on my desk now. Yay. And then something I got for myself, because I've wanted one forever. And I saw them at another gas station somewhere across the, I think we were in Wisconsin. I don't know where we were. We were somewhere. We were half delusional, sleepy, tired, and I saw it and I was like, I want that. And so I got it. I've been wanting one of these forever. I don't know if it actually is a Forever Rose, but I'm calling it a Forever Rose. It wasn't labeled as that. I think Forever Rose is a company, but the whole point is the same. It's a rose in a jar, and it's never supposed to die. And this one just, the ribbon says just for you. It's a blue flower. I love it so much. It's got little blue flowers. It's a blue rose with blue flowers. And here's the best, well, not the best part in my opinion. I just like the fact that it's this. Some people like this, and it's the fact that it lights up. I could care less if it lights up, but it lights up for those who want that option. I just like it, and it stays on my desk now. I think it's super cute. I've been wanting a Forever Rose for a while. In fact, actually, there was a blue one I had my eye on that was just, it was too expensive. But that one wasn't that expensive, and I was like, let me get that. Alright, the last thing I need to show you are all stickers. These are all stickers that are going to end up going in my journal. I started collecting stickers when we were like halfway up to North Carolina. And then on the way back, I started collecting the rest of the stickers. And the reason was because we were halfway there and I saw stickers and I was like, oh, I need to get stickers for each of the states so I can include them in my journal. So that's what I started doing. Some of these stickers are just random ones that I bought at like gift shops while we were in different places. And then some of these are the state stickers that I'm going to include in my journal and be like, we visited such and such state. So they're all mixed together. It's fine. One of the ones I have is the Heart of Appalachia. This came from a gift shop in West Virginia, I believe. Then I've got this A-frame house sticker cabin. I love a good A-frame house, so I thought this was perfect. This is a compass that says never stop exploring. This one says country roads take me home to a place I belong. And this one I love for the fact that, yes, it goes with the song Country Roads by, I want to say John Denver, but this one's more significant to me because of the fact that growing up, my mom sang this song as a lullaby to us, me and my sisters. So I got that sticker to signify that. This next sticker, even though I don't drink coffee, I thought this was adorable. It's a cabin in the woods in a coffee mug. I just like to pretend that's, you know, hot cocoa for the sand. The next one I got just because it's super adorable, and that's a slug, or snail. This one's a snail. Snails have shells, slugs don't. And if you need help remembering that, go watch the movie called Epic. It's an animated film about leafmen. And there are two adorable snails, and the one snail says, I'm a slug, no shell over her, baby. And it's adorable, but this one has a shell. He's a snail. The next I got was a ferry boat. Fun fact, Justin and I both want to ride on a ferry. We just haven't yet. It's on our bucket list. The next one I got was this one that says favorite place, and it's a bed. I thought that was adorable because that's one of my favorite places, honestly. Isn't it like one of everyone's favorite places? So, yeah. Next one I got was this mason jar with a camping image. I love it. I love a good mason jar picture. This was such a cool concept. I love this. I don't care how cliche it is. I love this. And then the last one is a sticker based on a cryptid from West Virginia that I'd never heard of until I saw the sticker, and then kind of went down a rabbit hole without actually going down a rabbit hole. And that is the Flatwoods Monster. I feel like I have heard about it, but I've never seen an image of it. So when I saw the sticker, I was like, let me look this up. And to me, this looks like some kind of plant monster. So, I love me a good monster. If you've been around here for a while, you know that. And then start some of the state stickers I got between states. I got West Virginia. I got Virginia. This one's also Virginia. But this one I found significant because this one features the Chickadee ponies. And if you didn't know, I grew up breeding and raising Shetland ponies and Shetland pony crosses. And which means I've read a lot of horse books growing up. I watched a lot of horse movies growing up. And one of the ones that is like based off a true story is called Misty of Chickadee. I read the book by Margaret Henry. I watched the movie featuring, I don't remember who their names. And one of the things I've always wanted to do is I wanted to attend the Chickadee Pony Wild Pony Roundup. Chickadee is an island off the coast of Virginia. And it's uninhabited, as far as I know, still to this day. There's no people living there, but there is a huge herd of wild ponies. And every year they do the Wild Pony Roundup, where people on the mainland ride ponies or horses across the channel to the island, round up the herd, and bring them back across the channel, and they tag some of them to return to the island, whereas some of them are sold at auctions, and those that return to the island are swam back across the channel and to the island where they're left alone until the next year. And it's been happening. I think this year, 2025, was the 100th year anniversary. And I want to go so badly. Like, it's on my bucket list to go to ever since I both read and watched the movie involving Misty of Xing. And so, when I saw the sticker, I was like, that's awesome. But also because we had visited one of the welcome centers in Virginia, and they had a pamphlet talking about the Xing Wild Pony Roundup. And the girls were asking questions, so I was telling them all about this. And then we found the sticker featuring the Xing ponies. So I was like, that's perfect. Ohio, I got this. Speaking of fairies, here's another Ohio one. Then I have Indiana. Squirrel and raccoon. And then I have this Indiana one. And I was super excited about this one. I'm not a race car girly. Don't watch them. Don't know anything about them. However, I do remember that one of the more famous races for this style of race car is held in Indiana. It's like the Daytona 500, I think. That doesn't sound right. I don't remember. Anyways, it's held in Indiana. Super excited about that. However, before I got that sticker, I got this one. And it's super cute. It's got cows. Got them at 2 different gas stations. However, this is where my sadness comes in. I am missing Illinois sticker. It's the only one I'm missing. Editing Skye here to try to explain this a little better. So, I thought we had Indiana sticker, and I was like, I'm missing Illinois. We didn't stop in Illinois. And so we drove through Indiana, and then we stopped in Illinois. And we got to a gas station with stickers. And I was looking at the Illinois stickers, and they looked familiar, and I was like, I think I already have these. And then I saw a sticker with 2 cows on it, and it looked exactly like my Indiana sticker. So I was like, I must be missing Indiana's sticker, because I have this sticker with the 2 cows on it. It had the 2 cows, it said Illinois. And I was like, I have this sticker, so I must be missing Indiana's sticker. And because the stickers were in a different location, I couldn't check. And I had always planned on putting like the list of states in my phone so I could check them off as I got them. Completely forgot to do that. So when we got to this gas station, I saw the Illinois stickers and they looked familiar. I was like, fuck, I'm missing Indiana stickers. And so we didn't buy any Illinois stickers. And it wasn't until I got home and we unpacked everything and we found the rest of the stickers that I realized I did have Indiana sticker. And it was literally that gas station had an Illinois sticker with the 2 cows on it that was the exact same as the Indiana sticker I had. So I was missing an Illinois sticker all along, and I didn't get a sticker in Illinois. Something told me I should just in case, and I didn't, and I wish I had, because that is literally the only state I'm missing a sticker for. I will probably order one online, let's be real, but I'm still sad that I confused myself. I was so certain I was missing Illinois, and so we skipped over Indiana and we stopped in Illinois, and then when I saw that sticker with the 2 cows, I was like, I have this one, which means I'm missing Indiana, not Illinois. And it turned out I had Indiana. It just had the same sticker with the Indiana changed to Illinois, and I was missing Illinois, and I didn't get Illinois because I was like, I have this one, I'm missing Indiana. So I'm sad that I didn't get Indiana's, but you live and you learn, and this was one of the lessons where I learned the hard way. Note to self in the future, make sure I have that list on my phone so I can check them off as I get them. I'll learn for next time. I promise. Anyways, back to your regular scheduled video. Anyways, moving on from that story that I was just complicated for no reason. Wisconsin. With the badger. I love the badger. It's so cute. And a cow. And then also from Wisconsin was this one. Little nature views. So Wisconsin was when I discovered these stickers. So the other 2 stickers I have to show you are not those kind of stickers. They're not the state stuff stickers. This one I like. It's got the state of Minnesota and a bunch of phrases that they say there. I love this so much. And then the last sticker I have is for North Dakota. It's this little colorful tie-dye one. So yeah, that's all of the stickers I got. Lots of stickers to include in my journals. The last thing, oh no, I got one more sticker to show you. This one came from my sister. She just had it randomly lying about. She knows I like foxes, so she gave me this one, and it says Fox Bite, and it's a fox dressed as a ranger. And I told her that based on this, I'm going to create a D&D character. I don't know if it's going to be a playable character or an NPC that shows up to help a party in another campaign eventually. But yeah, I love this sticker because foxes are my favorite animal. The last thing I have to show you is something that the longer I sit on it, the longer I think about it, the more it makes me tearful and like emotional. And that's because of the significance of it. And that is the fact that for the longest time, you could not convince me otherwise. But I have fully believed that my mother-in-law does not like me. You could not convince me otherwise. There was just things that were said and done that I was like, this woman hates me. And then anytime she had a question for me, she would ask Justin about it. She'd be like, hey, what does Skye think about this? Hey, ask Skye this. Instead of just coming to me and asking me, she would ask him to ask me. So I have been convinced for years this woman hates me. Straight up. However, when we were visiting, we stayed with her while we were in North Carolina. And while we were visiting, she gave me something. And thinking back on it, the more I think on it, the more I'm like, this woman can't hate me if she gave me this, because this is something that should have gone to Justin. Justin and I both love billiards or shooting pool, whichever one you want to call it, depending on how fancy you are. We used to go, like, that used to be our monthly date night before we had kids. And when we lived in North Carolina, even after the kids were born, that every once in a while we went and shot pool. We got to the point where we were shooting pool so often that we bought our own pool sticks. And I learned from a friend of mine, her dad played in tournaments and stuff, and so she had a regulation table. If you are unaware, there's two different types of billiards tables. There's regulation tables, which I think are 9 feet long, and then there's like bar type quarter played tables where you stick a quarter in. Now it's significantly more, but once upon a time it used to be a quarter, and then you could play. And there's shorter tables. Most bars have the quarter tables, including the 4 bars that are here in the town we live in. So Justin and I have not gone and shot pool while we lived in Montana, not once, because everything's a quarter table. So not only do you have to buy your drinks at the bar, you have to pay to play pool. So we haven't gone to play pool. We do have our own pool sticks if we ever decide to. But his mom, I think, is the one who taught him to play. I could be wrong, but I think she was. And she had a pool stick. And she passed it on to me. And the reason this makes me more emotional the longer I think about it is because of the fact that at one point she gave it to me, and somehow in the conversation Justin said, why aren't you giving it to me? I'm your son. And she was like, because it's not for you, it's for her. So I inherited her pool stick. The bat looks like shit. It's been in a bar. It's been in multiple bars. It looks like shit. It needs to be washed. But the pool stick's in great shape. 2 pieces, like any good pool stick. But yeah, she gave me her pool stick, guys. So she may hate me, I have no idea. Or she may really like me. And for those who are curious, my pool stick is blue. Where this is pink. Maroon. Mine is blue. Yeah. She gave me her pool stick. Still got chalk dust on it. Oops, my finger's blue. But yeah, the longer I sit on that information and realize that it could have gone to him and she gave it to me instead, the more I'm like, maybe she doesn't hate me. So yeah, I inherited her pool stick, guys, which is taking me forever to unscrew. There we go. Now, when Justin and I go shoot pool, whenever we go shoot pool again, I've got 2 pool sticks I can choose from. Eventually I'll wash the bag, don't worry. So yeah, that is everything from our trip that we purchased, either with collective money or fun money. It's a lot of stuff. This video is super long. I am so sorry. there was lots of stories with some of the items. It was dusty too. Anyways, I think I've yammered on long enough. I think I have shown you everything that I can think of to show you guys. It was a lot. I'm sorry. I just wanted to gush about things. My question for you guys today, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. And my question is, if you are someone who travels, whether a little bit or a lot, cross states, cross countries, what is something you do to signify that you have visited various places? Whether it's taking pictures, which for once I didn't take a lot of pictures and I took absolutely no videos, which is very weird for me. I was very much living in the moment kind of thing, which is great. It's awesome. I love that for me. But that means I have no memories of anything we really did. But that was part of the reason why I was like, I'm going to collect stickers from each of the states to signify which states we drove through. And I'm literally just missing one, which makes me so mad. My own fault, but I'm mad. Anyways, what is something you do to signify that you have visited different places? Do you do like me and have stickers that you place in a journal? Do you take photographs and are very specific about those kind of photographs? Like, tell me something you do when you visit other locations that are not local to you. Whether that's states, countries. Like, I realized over the pond, people could spend the same amount of time visiting other countries that I do states. So, let me know. I'm curious. I'm nosy. I want to know. I collect stickers to put in journals. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you all in my next video, whenever that is. Bye, Dragonlings.